Hi, Jason. So you said that yesterday you did 4J. So that should be pretty easy for you. You're just going to throw that quadratic equation into the calculator. And remember, the graph of a quadratic is a parabola. And then you're going to write down the coordinates of the vertex and the equation for the axis of symmetry. Remember that when you write down the vertex, which is going to be your turning point, so it can be a maximum or a minimum. If you look at these three quadratics, they have minimum points because this is the lowest point that the quadratic will hit. You get 2 for the price of 1, basically. So the x value in your vertex is going to be the x value that you state when writing the equation for the axis of symmetry. So I just sketched a quick graph over here. Don't laugh, this is pretty terrible. What I want you to get in the habit of doing, though, is going into your calculator and writing down that table and seeing the changes. So I have a very clear point here. This is going to be -1, 0. My next clear point, which is my vertex and my minimum, is going to be 1, -2. Okay, and then we spin back around and I'm at 3, 0. And so on. So what we saw before is that there was like a mirror image. So if I fold this graph in half, there's going to be a mirror image. And if I fold this in half, on this side with the y's and on this side with the y's, so as y's, as our x's decrease, the y's will imitate what happens as our x's increase on this side. So this is our very minimum point. This is where our y value is going to be the lowest. And so this is our vertex. So we know that the x value is 1. So our axis of symmetry is x equals 1. Pretty easy. It is going to be a straight vertical line that pretty much cuts this parabola right in half and gives you 2 symmetric portions. Now, when I look at the book over here, it looks like you are going to have to do one additional task, which is B. You need to write down the coordinates of the points at which the curve intersects the x-axis. Just turns out that we happen to have those points. This is our x-axis, and remember that intersect just means to come into contact with or to cross. So these points, -1, 0, and 3, 0 are the places where our graph intersects the x-axis. Now these are going to have a special title, and what we call those are roots when we're speaking in terms of the quadratic, or we can call them solutions. Okay, please let me know if you have any questions on this. This is just a quick review of what we did last time we were together, but this should clear things up. So again, your vertex is either going to be your minimum point or your maximum point. So if I did a quick sketch of a parabola, and it looked like this, I wouldn't want to take it for face value that this point right here is the maximum and then kind of estimate whatever that is. Go into your calculator, make sure, grab that table and find the biggest y value that lies in your table. That will give you your maximum point, which will also be your vertex. From there, take whatever the x value is in that vertex, and that will be your axis of symmetry. These points here are where the graph will cross the x-axis, and those are called your roots or solutions. Okay? Give me a text or email if you have any questions.